Hey guys, welcome to our channel. It's me, Tshego, and if you're here for the first time, I do homesteading videos with my husband, Amon, and I believe I'm more qualified to speak on this subject because I've been living in Zim and married to a Zimbabwean for nearly 7 years. So here's the tea. So Zimbabwean men feel that they are not satiated or their hunger is not satisfied unless they eat this food, which I'm making right now. So let's get into this video. Okay, so to start with, I never ever cooked so much maize meal or saza, isichwala, nchima, depending on where you're coming from. I've never eaten so much of it until I moved to Zim, and the reason why I'm able to actually eat as much of it as I have is because of green leafy vegetables, and I just got these ones from the garden. I'm not a professional chef, so I'm not able to cut like Jamie Oliver. Yeah, and yeah, the reason why I love vegetables so much, and this is the reason why I can tolerate as much pap as I eat, because it can be a bit much. A lot of Zimbabwean men, and I know that it's not everybody, but when you cook for them other things, it's like, yeah, that's nice, but it didn't hit the hunger spot. And yeah, they love their saza, and basically that's what I'm making tonight. The knives are super sharp. I got this from the Chinese shop yesterday, actually. I was just looking for dish towels and I saw this knife. I'll show you the box just now. And of course, I spotted them because of their bright colors. And we brought some home, and they were only $6 at the Chinese shop. So this is rape, and it's finishing, so the leaves are now getting smaller and smaller. It's becoming hard for me to sell it. When people come to buy it, I put a bulky bunch just because the leaves have become small. I wanted to do my usual onion and tomato soup, and I found out the last of our tomatoes have gone bad. I went to check the tree, only one cherry tomato, it's a yellow one. It's quite sweet, but it's the only one that's there, so I'm going to improvise. Yesterday, while we had visitors and we were braaiing, we were simultaneously cooking this. This we call manina. These are cow feet. And what the funniest thing, our friends and us, we always say when we get together we should eat something more traditional. And so we bought the manina. Meanwhile, she had bought some cooked ones and we had raw ones to cook on the fire. So we ate hers as a starter, and then we ended up cooking this after we were braaiing so that we can remain eating it at home. So I'm going to scoop some of the soup. You can literally find the jelly like from the fat sitting on top. I tell you, African cooking is not always healthy, but it's quite yummy. So a lot of times Amon can literally eat his food. Like if there's a stew of beef, he will have a stew, or if we eat what do you call, like chicken feet and all that, he can eat that with pap alone. I'm the one who always like the green leafy vegetables. So I'm gonna scoop this to another pot. Oh my word, look at that jelly. That's a lot of fat. I'm gonna scoop this to another pot, and I'm gonna add green leafy vegetables. This is my little knife set from the Chinese shop. I am so proud of it because it was cheap, and not only that, The knives are very sharp. I always find that cheap knives tend to not be quite sharp when even when you use them when they're still new. And I just love the sharpness of these knives. And the other thing is that I loved the color. Amon saw the color and he was like, maybe we should look for black ones. And I was like, but it's the color that I loved. I think he forgets that I'm a girl. So basically, the water had boiled and I transferred it from the kettle to the pot, and that's why you probably don't see it boiling just now. But it's about to bubble anyways. So I add my my powder. I don't know if you guys go straight into boiling hot water like this, but this is how I make it. I guess that's how my mom makes it. So I add powder straight into the hot boiling water, and over the years I've honestly been stirring with the wire whisk. I find that it helps me to get rid of the lumps better. It helps me to get rid of the lumps better than when I use the traditional whisk. So we're going to form this into a little bit of a thick porridge, and then we're going to let it continue to boil and cook. So this is sorghum meal. We had bought whole grains at Renkini, and we took it to a grinding mill right there in Renkini where we bought the whole grains, because we've been playing with different types of grains, ones that can work better with Amon's stomach, because grains kind of upset him, and we found that the sorghum meals we've tried have been great. The feet are heating up nicely in there. I'm gonna throw in my green leafy vegetables. This is really going backwards on my new lifestyle change, guys. I've started to walk a long distance to exercise, because I was realizing that the weight is just piling on and piling on, and it wasn't really changing with just trying to change the food. Although you see me, I'm gonna eat something greasy here. But anyways, I've added a lot of walking, and today I took a break because even going to church yesterday, we had a long way to walk. We walked a little bit of the road again coming back from church because the car broke down. My meal has been cooking. I'm going in with the powder. I'm very messy every time I cook maize meal. You don't really want to see the stove afterwards. It's the messiest thing you've ever seen. And I'm not very strong. I'm not one of those people who can cook a big pot of this. When I was home in Bots, I could do a pot of 6 for 6, because I was used to cooking for 6 people. But now I can just about manage a pot for 2. But thankfully, Zimbabweans also don't like too much of a stiff meal. They like it a little bit soft. I'm going slowly so I can avoid spilling too much first. In fact, I find that the other day I realized I can manage a bigger pot. The food is now ready to serve. I think that's about good enough for me. Let me just add a little bit more. So I'm going to dish for Amon when he comes. The soup dried basically while I wasn't paying attention. I was watching YouTube videos. But that's okay because we have another pot full of soup. For me, this is good enough. I'll put soup for Amon if he wants some. That's about a good piece. And another little one. Yep. And one more last scoop. So that's it. That is Strala. I was trying to think of the way to say it. Strala lema. Yeah. I know in Shona, I think it's Saza Nemazondo. So there you have it. Food that absolutely hits the spot of a Zimbabwean man's hunger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye.